Um, as you guys all know, I'm struggling with my landlord, and I've been praying. Do I move? What are my options? How do I do this? If I do move, it's going to be costly, and it was just unreal. And so on my cell phone, I have the song "Lord, I Lift Your Name on High." I was in church, and I never bring my phone into church, but for some reason it was in my purse. And Father Tony was giving his homily, and I sit in the second pew, so he comes down and talks right next to me, and my phone started ringing. And it started with, Lord, I lift your name on high, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm fiddling in my purse trying to find it to shut it off, and of course it seems like everybody in the whole entire church heard it, which I don't know if they did or not, but Father Tony snickered. And so I got it shut off, but I did see that it was my ex-husband calling me. And my ex-husband and I, we talk about the kids, but now that they're on their own pretty much, we very rarely talk unless it's something really important. And so he's never, in the 20 years we've been divorced, called me. So I got out of the church and I got to the car, and my husband and I were talking, and he's like, well, call him and see what he wanted. And all during Mass and all the previous week, I had been asking God, please give me a sign that I'm supposed to move and that everything works out with the landlord the way that it's supposed to. And lo and behold, I said, it needs to be something that knocks me over the head. Knock me off my feet, because I need something to reassure me that everything's going to be okay. So I called my ex-husband back, and his words out of his mouth were, first and foremost, this is probably going to be the strangest call you have ever had from me. And I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah, so what's going on? He goes, I don't know, Denise. He said, I was just thinking about you and your business and this COVID-19, and I just wanted to let you know that this is going to be the year for Right Way, and Right Way is going to go places that you never imagined it could go, and that your struggles will be over. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was my God moment. I mean, that was because my ex-husband did not go to church. He's not real religious by any means. I know he believes in God, but never, ever prays really. And he just said, I wanted to let you know that I really appreciate you and Bruce, and I love you both, and thank you for doing such a good job with the kids. He talked to me for an hour. Well, so then I'm like, well, what do I do? Well, then the people that were going to build the building, because I was looking at all my options, said I needed to come up with $200,000 down. And I'm like, if I had that kind of money, I would build a building myself and take the loan out myself. I don't have that kind of money. And I said, if it's meant to be, God will provide. And then the next thing is what do I, how do I terminate this lease if I need to terminate it and get out of the situation I'm in the personal guarantee. So all of a sudden I received an email from my attorney stating that they want to terminate the lease. And I got a phone call from the builder that said they're going to go ahead and do it without me having any skin in the game. They're just going to trust in God. And so it all has just come together, and it is like a huge God moment. All of it's just truly a blessing. And, if you ask and you keep asking, God will provide you with the answers. And if you need that knock to knock you down to the ground, he also provides you with that. So just know that he will always answer your prayers.